should we be
I think that that's one of those political footballs that people keep throwing around. I think it's just a tactic to get people upset. Oh, the immigrants are coming over the border. For the fact of the matter is, what are they doing? They're working, they're helping the community. They are taking a lot of risks to get here. Um, and everyone knows that they're helping the economy. They're roofing, they're doing stuff. We're using them to do things to get the economy going, but yes, we're talking out of both sides of our mouths. They're not bringing over the drugs. The people that are coming across the border aren't the ones bringing the drugs over. Most of the drugs are coming through legal ports. And most of the people arrested for, I think it's 80 something percent of the people that are arrested for transporting drugs are American citizens, not
doing?
immigrants coming over the border. I think when you get to the point where you're putting razor wires up and things like that to really physically harm people, I think that's pretty sick. And that's something that, similar to putting the kids in cages, that's something that we should not have. We don't need to go there. I think it's just ironic that it's a lack of history, for one thing. There's always been a flow of migrant workers coming up to work or working in the United States. And they're actually passing through cities called San Diego, San Francisco, Los Angeles. You see what I'm saying? This was their
Hmm.
territory at one point anyway. You're just acting as if they don't belong. They're part of the landscape. They've always been part of the landscape. But we're using them as political pawns, which I have a big problem with. When you start using people as these political pawns, what you do is make an under society where people are afraid all the time, where people are worried about getting deported and all these things that they have to worry about. And when you have that, you set up those dynamics, what you're doing is setting them up to be exploited, to be paid less, to be trafficked, to be abused, to be relegated to something dangerous and ugly. And so I worry about that more than anything, about the rhetoric that turns them into these villains or these criminals that will keep them in a state of fear